Hello, are we live?
Hello.
Two questions. Can you see us and can you hear us?
Yes.
You
How
look here
good?
now.
We should look better. Oh la la.
Okay, maybe we ask this here.
Yes.
Can you see and hear us? Da-da, da-da, da-da.
But we can see ourselves.
We can see ourselves.
Not bad.
I don't know if we can hear ourselves. This thing doesn't move. Is there anyone who can see and hear us?
Hello and welcome to our next live Q&A from Gran Canaria.
Maybe you're talking to nobody because nobody can hear and see us.
It doesn't matter, they will watch it later.
Yeah, we can just
Isn't
talk to
it?
ourselves.
Not
Because
to
we have a
ourselves.
new setup today which we want to try.
And would be nice to hear if that
Ah,
works.
loud and clear is good.
That's great.
And you can see us as well?
That would be good to know.
Should be much better quality today.
We've been working on it to have a better quality of the video because then it gets dark and late.
Hey guys, great setup. Yes, we see you. Okay, good. Then we're good to go. Hello. That was a
Hello and welcome.
lastminute.com setup.
Yeah, it's better quality.
It is better quality. It should be really good quality now. So we got a little bit of a new vlogging setup. So, and apparently we can also use that for live streaming, which we are doing right now.
We just found out about it.
Yeah, just like
So
Googling that like minutes before we started.
So we have camera here and we will be reading chat here.
Yeah, so we might look down there, which is the computer,
Yeah.
and we look up there, which is the camera.
Yeah.
So, where shall we start?
Yes, please introduce yourself. I mean, also let us know where you're watching us from. That would be great to know where people are in the world. Hopefully with us, and maybe later join us as well. Because today is the football.
Yeah, that
game.
was not a good timing, maybe.
I just today found out that this football today is at 8 p.m. UK time, which is England playing with Scotland, so it's probably a big game.
It's a indication that we are not much
in football.
Following football. So yeah, we are here now in Gran Canaria. Hi from London.
Hey,
Kyle.
Hi, Kyle. Right?
Kyle? Kylie? Kyle?
Hey,
Kyle.
Sorry.
To you from Berlin. It's 36 degrees here.
Wow.
We started watching you in Madeira.
Yes.
So you start Levada. I remember the name.
I remember this name too.
That's a unique surname, very related to Madeira.
Yes.
You have 36 degrees in Germany. Wow. That's like so much more than we have here. I don't know how much we have, but not that much.
Not much.
Much cooler here in the UK. I heard today, I had today a call with my team and they told me it's rainy and cold.
Really?
Yes.
Not good.
So where shall we start?
We have 22.
Do we have any particular questions?
Yeah, just say hello first to everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening. Hello, Lays. Welcome.
Alfonso. Lance Parker, hi again.
Lance Parker, yes, that's right. We've got so many questions on Instagram, many on direct message there too. And although I tried to reply personally to many people, it got even more towards like this week. And I said, Michael, let's do the live stream. And it's already time. We usually do live stream once a month, and that's perfect timing. Exactly. And yeah, to chat with you guys, it's really nice. It's the best part is to connect with you and yeah, from different locations, so different experiences. It's
very different experiences.
Very different experiences.
That's already the first question. Do you miss Madeira at all?
That's the
what do you think is the answer?
Yeah, what do you think?
What do you think is the answer to that?
That's right. So, hello, mom, as well. Мама, привет.
Oh yeah, up there.
Спасибо за что вы с нами. Mom is there too.
Yes. So the answer is yes.
Then it's
Yeah. How can you not miss Madeira?
Exactly.
There is something really special and magical about this place.
So, today we have a little plan.
Yeah.
Obviously, talking about our experience here and answer your questions. And we also have something special. Show. Which is
So we have, because we always do local food experiences, right? So today we have a banana wine, which is a local specialty here.
Yeah, it's made in Gran Canaria. I think it's in Tenerife, if I'm not mistaken, but it's a Canaris
we-
wine.
We recently watched like how they do that,
Yeah,
and it's very funny because they come with a little truck to the farm, and actually bottle the banana wine there.
Yeah, and it's made 100% out of bananas. It's not
Nothing
grapes,
else.
so which is interesting.
So and then we have I don't know how to. 1 second, I'm just tilting the camera here. So we have this, which is Canarian potatoes with a mojo rojo sauce. Also something very specific Canarian.
Yes, that's.
And then I have to look at all this while we're talking to you here. So then we have chorizo.
I don't know, you don't see it clearly.
Yeah. Camera is focusing funny.
It's Montego cheese, which is a goat and sheep mixed cheese, and with chorizo, of course. Chorizo is very famous here,
which I love.
And we found very natural one in a health shop without any bad stuff. So it's as good as it can get.
So I'm always happy with good food. You know that.
Yeah. So a little bit of taste of Canaries.
Love chorizo. How can you not love chorizo? It's
a great flavor.
It's just good. And here, we tried a couple of different ones, and they were all really, really good.
Plenty.
So, you have questions prepared, or answers prepared?
Yes.
What are the?
Alfonso, you can say hello, Alfonso.
Alfonso, good evening. Buonasera. Buonasera?
I don't know.
Great with polo to caco. There's no polo to caco here, though.
Chorizo.
What do we have is here? Paella,
yes.
For example.
Yes.
So you have questions before we.
I need to find it. Sorry.
I left today the whole like station here set up to Lausa.
Why?
No, you're sitting on the control panel here, so you're getting all the questions.
Please take it.
Okay, shall I start here?
All right, start.
Okay, so we answered the do you miss Madeira at all is obviously a yes. Not just Madeira, but also our friends, which is a big part of Madeira.
Yeah.
Have you gone on any hikes there yet? Not yet. Not yet. So I have planned something for this weekend. So I was researching a little bit where to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit. It's a very different hiking experience here because there's not much forest or green or anything like that. So it's a very kind of rocky.
Yeah, and dry. There are not that many trees. Some some trails, and I'm a bit worried for the sunstrokes. So I'm not worried. I'm a bit. Yeah, I'm thinking about it because there is no shade, and now we're in a season of hot weather, so there's not much water around, right? As well,
Yes.
It should be okay. People say it's not a big problem, but
It's nice and windy, so you kind of don't feel it, but that makes it even more dangerous. So the dehydration and like overheating or whatever, sunstroke, is definitely something to look for. But there's amazing You will see it in the next video that's coming out on this Sunday.
We have a few videos already lined up. We are working on it. There is obviously a bit, what do you say?
A little bit behind.
We're a bit
A
behind
little
with
bit
the
behind
videos.
with the videos, yes.
And they are coming, and I think it's going to be interesting. I think I love it personally. I think it's exciting for us. But the first video, there will be difference between, like, the next video is coming where we are first day driving around here on the island and experiencing. It's going to be first impression where we, of course, for the first time, we felt a little bit on the first day. We found ourselves in this mode of comparing, of course, which is our human default to compare things. So it took some time to actually bring some awareness and to recognize that it's actually not good, because you carry on with this topic. You wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, it was kind of, because this first, the video that comes out this weekend is, like Lausa said, it's our first full day after arrival. So we had this public holiday. There was public holiday in the UK,
yeah.
and I took this day off, and we went out and discovered, basically, like, explored the island from top to bottom and left to right, just to get an overview a little bit, and just to figure out which areas are the ones that we are mostly interested in. And we kind of made one video out of this full day. It's like a mixed bag of local experiences, touristic areas, mountains, an amazing village in the mountains, good food, and some mild criticism in the middle. And that kind of came out of, like, we came with this comparing hat on, right? Like, we look at things and comparing them to what was our experience over the last few months. And that was obviously very different.
Yeah.
So since then, things got much better. We kind of caught ourselves when we started to compare things, and got instead into this mode of, okay, we need to see the place for what it is and for its own beauty. And there are lots and lots of beautiful things. They're just different. And I think that's kind of the thing why we want to continue travel, because, when you stay in one place too long, you get used to that, and you're not, like, I don't know,
challenged.
Yeah, you're not challenged to kind of be open to new experiences in some way. And that's what we felt. We felt like we were not open to accept or see this new and beautiful things. And obviously, like, at the point where we started to meet with local people and they showed us their favorites, and, like, yeah, that's where things became good again. Good again. But this first video that comes out on Sunday is kind of a reflection on this first day where we were kind of all over the place.
Yeah,
so
we're like this.
I hope you like it anyway. We love it. It shows kind of like a broad stroke of the island. So that was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So where are we here?
Did you do something?
I didn't do anything. I think I can't really do much because it's kind of on auto mode.
Okay, you can't. There's a button.
I don't want to press too many buttons here right now.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know if did that answer a question actually? Was that
That was actually quite one of the questions on Instagram. Many people asked, how are you enjoying Canary Islands, Madeira or Canary Islands?
Yeah, it's always like every question comes with this comparison, right?
Do you choose, Madeira or Canary Islands? That's the biggest question. So,
and we, like, this is the first destination after Madeira, and there will be many, many more. And I really I want to get into this place where we come to a new location, and no matter how long we're there, short or long, that we're really like seeing it and experiencing it, and like, that I think this is what travel is about, right? Like, you always have some favorite places where you want to come back to, and Madeira is definitely one of them, if not the place, right? But we want to be open for new experiences, and it was really challenging for us. We're in Las Palmas, and it's a big city. Like Las Palmas has 400,000
About 400,000
population,
people.
400,000 people. Madeira has, like, the whole island has 250,000. I don't know how many in Funchal, but it's a big city. And when you're here, you don't have the feeling of
Being
on an island, right?
Yes.
So
It's like a mixture of. I couldn't really sense the. I couldn't put my finger on, like, what is this like? You know, you immediately, my brain goes immediately what it feels like. You know, like a little bit of London, a little bit of New York, because it's like hustling and bustling. People are just, working. It doesn't feel like it's island if when you're between the houses here. As soon as, of course, you get to the beach, it looks already more islandish.
no, you get
But
quickly to
still,
the island. It's a
yeah.
small island, relatively
Relatively.
small. So it's
Yeah.
very, from one end to the other, it's really quick. But while you're in the city, you don't have this island
You
feeling.
forget about it.
As soon as you get out in, like you said, along the coast or on the mountain where you see down, like look down, like you get this feeling with a different experience. Obviously, there's a
Mhm.
different influence here in terms of like architecture and lifestyle, and obviously
Culture as
the
well.
conditions are very different. There's not much water here, so you can obviously see that in the agriculture and in the nature itself, right? And like, we love nature and we go out, we love to go for hikes and stuff. So it's probably the wrong season for us to come here. Like, the right season would be in the beginning of the year, where this island has also much more green and waterfalls. Right now, there's no waterfall, there's no running water like rivers or anything. So it's probably the wrong season for us.
Yeah.
But anyway, here we are, experiencing and learning new things.
Yeah.
And so let's carry on here. Da-da-da-da-dum. Good to see you again. Spending nice 2 weekends in Madeira. We follow your suggestions. Andres Bonkowski.
Oh.
Sorry if I say that wrong. Great that you follow our suggestions. That makes us always so happy. If people
That's
just like
nice.
watch our videos and like what we capture and go to the places.
Thank you.
And if you visit one of those places, let's say hello to these restaurants and people we visited. If you meet
Yeah.
them, just say hello from us.
Yes. We miss them. We
Mac,
definitely miss Madeira.
Mac Panda, thank you for all your lovely videos. I'm missing Madeira, so it is lovely to see it again through you. Would you consider moving to Porto Santo? Moving?
I mean, we definitely would love to visit. We would
Yeah,
love to go to Porto Santo. We want to go to Azores. This is one of. Before we knew about Madeira, we wanted to actually go to Azores Islands.
Yes.
That was our goal. But then we found out there's apparently Madeira.
In between. So
In between.
we stuck there and we never go to the Azores.
Yes, but we will be back. Definitely, we'll be back to Madeira. We'll be back, and of course, visit Porto Santo and Azores will be our.
We had the plan to go to the Azores, to Porto Santo while we were in Madeira. A couple of times, we even arranged to meet local people there, and we already started to arrange accommodation and made plans and everything. And then, like, there was some difficulties in making travel plans.
Yeah,
and then there was no ferry, and then there was a couple of other things. But Porto Santo is definitely something we want to check out. Moving there, I'm not sure.
Because we have not been there.
We haven't been there yet.
It's hard. And now I think Porto Santo is perfect season for visiting.
I don't know what to expect there, because you always hear it's famous for its beaches, and there are some hikes and there are some like mountains and stuff, but not that much. And so we'll see, but we'll definitely get there. So then Blueberry, hi from Cambridge. How long are you planning to stay there? So was there, I assume you mean Gran Canaria?
Originally, we booked our place until 19th of
July,
June?
18th of July.
18th of June. June.
June? June, no, July. Now it's June.
Oh, sorry.
Originally, we planned until the 3rd of July,
Sorry.
but we extended 2 weeks more. So we are now here until roughly mid. So
Of
1 more
July.
month from now.
Of July, yes.
So because there are so many more things we want to see, and it apparently that's also something we need to learn and get better at. It takes some time to to get running in a new area, to find the places, to connect with people, to see the things that we would like to see. We have this like naive, or I had this naive thinking of like, I come here 4 weeks and I can do all of that. But it took already like 2 3 weeks to connect with locals, to find places, to get a feeling of the island, to get a feeling for where are the places that we are interested in. And yeah, we found a couple of really, really interesting ones. And yeah, you will see nice videos about them. We're unfortunately a little bit behind these videos, so
Well, we have them just behind with editing them, but
Editing,
they're
yeah.
all coming.
coming out slowly, slowly.
Yeah.
So be with us. Hello, guys.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Hope you're doing good.
Yay! Be with us. It's our friends who are living on Madeira Island. Actually, living on Madeira Island.
Living there,
Yes, and
not going anywhere.
they have their own channel as well, YouTube channel in English. So please, if you would like to carry on watching Madeira videos, they are the people. Be with us. YouTube channel. You just click. I think you can just click on the no.
I'm not sure, but you see the name. Be with us travel vlog.
Yeah,
So
with
you
this.
just put that into the, if you're not following them already.
Yeah, that's really really lovely.
So Reza, hi from rainy Toronto.
Wow.
Hi Reza.
Hello.
Is it always rainy? What's the general weather there now?
Maybe not always. Depending on the.
No, generally now this season, like how is it in Toronto? There's so many places I would love to go. Loved your videos from Madeira.
Thank
Kyle,
you.
thank you. You will love Azores as well. Definitely. Definitely. Heard a lot of good things about them.
Yeah.
And sounds like our cup of tea.
Yeah.
How do you? Three.
Loved your Madeira
Loved your
videos.
Madeira videos. I
Thank
hope
you.
you will love our other videos as well. Like we are super happy that you love our Madeira videos,
And we love Madeira very much.
we love all of them, but they are coming now different videos from different locations, and I really hope that you love them too.
As much as we do.
Hi,
Awesome.
greetings from Liverpool. Looking forward to your videos. Ken Head, thank you. Reza, it's been dry recently. Summers are often humid. Winters, of course, very cold. It also feels humid here right now.
You feel?
I feel it's a bit
We
stuffy.
should open the window.
We should open the window. It's just getting loud because as we are, yeah, maybe you can open there and in the kitchen. So I missed one question. There was one question before. Something about, I hear from Kyle. Can you give some advice to us who want to become financially independent? Financially independent. That's a big topic on our list as well.
We are also working on it.
We are working on it.
We are.
Let me open the wine before I talk about this. That sounds like need some wine experience. So you can, in the meantime.
Yeah, read the question. Is the interior of Gran Canaria similar to Madeira?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
So, what would you say about interior? I don't know.
The interior of Gran Canaria.
Let's pour the wine.
Let's put it away.
All right. It has a little
So
bit
interesting to think about that this
nothing.
is a banana wine. It's very, very unusual to.
It has a bit of.
Looks like a
Is it?
normal wine.
It has a little bit of yellow tint, right? And by the way, the bananas, they don't call them bananas here, they call them
Plata.
plata, not plata,
Planta.
planta,
Plant.
something like that. So
It's written plata. Plata.
it's because it's
Yeah, no, it's Spanish.
pla-
Plata.
platano, platano.
Ah, I think plata. Plata.
Yeah, something
Plata?
like this.
Something like that.
And it's a dry white wine. Smells like a normal
Let's try.
dry white wine. It tastes like a normal wine.
Has a little bit,
And there
a
is a
very, very light hint. I would imagine like a
bananas.
banana wine to be sweet or something.
Of
Like a
course,
sweet
because
wine.
we used to have this the liquor in Madeira. You get banana liquor, and when it's pretty sweet and it's delicious, of course. And
The
when
liquor.
you try this, you immediately expect kind of, you see, comparing to the another liquor, and it's not a liquor. It's light. It's not too sweet and has its the sourness of white wine is similar to this one. It's just this the hint of banana.
Interesting. I expected it to taste differently. It's very, very close
Light
to a light white wine. Okay, let's get back to the question.
aperitivo.
So I'm not sure how to answer that in a short way. So we are still working on becoming financially independent, and it will take probably a few more years. But for me, I guess it's like a combination between financially independent and location independent, because that's for me or for us important. So for us, the way is to create as much as possible on our own, basically create income channels, create new products, like just create things that are yours, or in this case, ours, and that we can control, and that we can kind of decide on how much and how little and how often and how long we work on, and to be location independent so that we can work from anywhere. And I think the biggest thing is probably if there is some depth or something, right? In terms of financially independent, at least that's in my context, right? So that's a thing to tackle first, and like with full power as much as possible, and to get that out of the way, and then it's much easier. So we are not there yet, but we're working on it.
Yeah.
So we start a new project. We'll talk about this later, but there I would like to address those things a little bit more, because our videos, they're more about our travel experiences, and this is what we enjoy doing with them, like when we go out, and this is our time to explore new areas, to capture those and share them. But there are lots of like other topics that are on top of my mind that I would like to share and I like to talk about. And there's a new place for that. We'll talk about this a bit later.
Yeah.
So where did I stop?
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I mentioned this in our last live stream, but additionally to working on my project, I also started to work with a team in a day job. So I have now 3 things, 4 things or more. That's also part of financially being independent, which gives you kind of not this financial stress. So you do something that you love with people who are amazing, which is for me like the best thing, to learn new things, to getting better, to grow, and earn money with it and do on the side what we would love to do and grow that as well. So that's basically part of, for me and for us, becoming financially independent and location independent.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
has
Yep.
been, where are we? Greeting from Liverpool, looking for, it's been dry recently. Okay, this is this. The interior of Gran Canaria, similar to Madeira. Not at all. It is, at the moment, in the summer season, it is very, very dry. So there is almost no green. So this coming weekend, we're going to search for a forest, right?
Laurel
There's
forest.
a laurel forest. So we'll see how, in what condition that is.
Mhm.
But the whole island, and that has lots of historical reasons, uh, has basically almost no forest and no green, and therefore no water. And this is something the island struggles a lot in terms of, I would say, agriculture and things like that. So it's a very interesting volcanic uh, mountain range, right? Like a volcanic huge range of mountains, and that's it. And in between, you have like valleys of like little oases. And we went to one which will be the following Sunday,
Yeah.
I guess,
Next week.
where we had an amazing, can I say it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, coffee experience. So they grow coffee here on the island, and red bananas and like other things. So we found like in the middle of this like really dry mountains, there are little villages and like valleys which are green and lush and do amazing things. So you will see that too. We try to find all those places and want to show them, and most of them are not. I read a lot of travel blogs and things like that to find out where we should go, and most of places where we go, I couldn't find much about it. So we try to find those like special places,
Special prizes. I know it's so
special
cool.
to us, like things that we love,
And it's
and I
very
hope you love too.
exciting. Very exciting. I love this part.
So yeah, it's different interior here.
It used to be foresty here
Yeah,
a long time ago,
before humans took all the trees away.
and then they obviously and then that yeah, a little bit more story to that.
So
Do you want to finish the story now
about,
about this?
did I not? Sorry.
No, about the forest and the trees and no. Okay, next time we will carry on then.
Yeah, I will maybe share more in our new place about this. I'm so excited about this new place.
New place.
Dreaming already very long of that, so now it's happening.
Let's do potatoes.
Potatoes.
So
Do we have?
about potatoes. So the potatoes they
We're coming
grow.
now to the question of food scene.
Yes.
Here, how is the food scene? Are there good, healthy options at any affordable price?
Affordable price. We'll talk
Affordable
about it.
price.
These are the Canaries potatoes. They grow them here on Canaries, and probably not just here, all over the islands here. And they're very special, apparently, because I don't know. There's something about skin, which is delicious.
So we try to recreate them,
Yes,
and
and
it's hard.
they boil them in salty water, maybe seawater, and they become this wrinkly. They call them wrinkly potatoes. What's that in Spanish? I don't
Don't
remember
know.
the name. Yeah, and then on the top they have this mojo roja, a red sauce, which is with garlic,
I love that one.
I think cumin, onion, obviously peppers, but not chili peppers, so it's quite nice. And in different restaurants they have a slightly different flavor, so obviously then it's specialty. It smells delicious. The garlic of the sauce is. Can you smell it? And you know
Nice,
there are some
spicy.
small potatoes. They sometimes the skin can be a little bit bitter, but this is so delicious. I really love to.
Can I
you
eat them now?
and they are small potatoes, so
Can I eat them now?
yes, we can.
We have all this food around here, and I have to wait.
I have to
Okay, so while we eat them,
eat welcome.
I'll eat one for you as well.
The food, in terms of when we arrived here, first thing, of course, I mean, after we had the day to explore the islands and the next following days, of course, I was in a search of, supermarket, local markets, and groceries. And I was amazed by how many shops, this place, maybe because it's in Las Palmas, it's a city, and many health shops, many like big shops, and like choice is incredible, isn't it? So that really like impressed me a lot. I didn't expect that.
Yeah. So I mean that is compared to Madeira, where we had like it was kind of hard to get certain things. Here is like whatever you want,
Plenty.
plentiful, and the connection with Europe, like the delivery times, are amazing. It's like you order something, you have it next day. The only difficulty here is this tax zone somehow with like customs. So like getting things here or sending things from here, you have this kind of customs problem because it's some
Because of
tax-free zone.
UK.
No, it's a tax-free
yeah,
zone.
there is. Because
Has nothing to
certain
do with the
things
UK.
which I would buy in Madeira or even I think London, the price would be like so cheap, like 10 euros cheaper than I bought something in Madeira. And on the other hand, like vegetables would be much more expensive. Like avocados are about 8 euro per kilo, which is first time I went to buy avocado and
most
I
expensive
didn't even
avocados.
think, I didn't even check the price. I was like, okay, for avocados, 2 large tomatoes and radishes. And they're like 12 euros. It was like tomatoes. Maybe I have special tomatoes. I don't know. Radishes can't be that expensive. And then I found out when I went to other shops, and then I asked them already another day, and they say, oh, it's 7.5 euros per kilo. I was like, okay, avocados every other day.
Yeah, and also like when we met in between with some local people and we talked about this like vegetables and agriculture and like the general like living expenses and things. They explained us a couple of like obviously that's connected with water. It's like this coffee experience which we had. They also grew avocado trees, and this guy explained us like that's very difficult for them to grow them because they need a lot of water and they don't have water. So all those things kind of like add to the price, and like there's certain things that are more expensive.
Yeah.
But petrol is cheap.
It's true.
It's like
And
just €1.
Rental car also a little bit cheaper.
Rental car is cheaper.
Than,
so there's it's kind of
this is the taxation what you mentioned. There's certain things there are no taxes.
Petrol is because of taxes cheaper. So
of course that makes
okay.
sense.
So yeah, food experience, the food scene. So I mean Spanish food, and here in the city, all kinds of like there's lots of like Moroccan, Indian, like.
True.
You feel the closeness to Africa, to Morocco. It's like the influence here in the buildings, in the cuisine.
But still, there are. But we saw Korean restaurant, Indian restaurant, Philippine.
Yeah, this is like a city thing. Like this is Las Palmas is a very.
It's a diversity of different cuisine.
A lot of diversity with cuisine. Yes.
That's incredible.
Mexican food.
Mm-hmm.
So. We never really tried that because in Madeira we did not live in Funchal. So I'm sure that if we would live in Funchal, we would also have a wider choice of different cuisine. But we never got to that point because we always kind of stayed outside. Now we are like in the heart of it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, now it's a different experience. But
do you think that's really nice also?
Yes, I love it. Okay, so
delicious.
Food scene. Enjoy that wine. I know it's a big topic. Yes, it is. It is.
Topical. It was about the financial.
Okay. The wine also, the banana wine for them also big topic, but financial is a big topic, and it's like years and years and years and focus.
Keep going.
Keep going. Keep going. When do you plan to stop? We just started. That's from Ken Head. Settle. When do you plan to stop, settle down, or is that not in your mind, on your mind at the moment? No, no.
We just started, so it's like just 1 year and was that March, April?
We started in February or March 2020,
It's like
and
1 year,
it's
four
like one
months.
year, and most of the time we were in Madeira. So we want to really now explore the world. That was our initial plan, and we would like to
Carry on.
carry on. So
Yeah, it does not mean that we do not face challenges, of course, because there are moments when it's not easy because you change, you have to find a new place. And like right now we're thinking about to go to another island, and we're doing a research on where to go. By the way, if you're in Tenerife as well, let us know. Tenerife, La Palma, and La Gomera. We don't know yet where we're gonna go.
so one of those three.
Yeah, and we need to search where we're gonna live, and we use Airbnb. This is our source of where we find homes, and I can't find what I want for the price we can, and it's a little bit frustrating, of course, this moment. But just taking day by day, and that's like another next day maybe something else coming up. So arranging those type of things, and then coming there, making sure we have something. So it has something. It takes something to adjust, to adapt to a new place. Of course, yeah, it takes a lot of energy. That's why when we came from Madeira, we are just now starting to a little bit kind of to relax and enjoy the place, because it was a lot to
So we are now here
2 weeks.
almost 3 weeks.
3 weeks. This
Weekend 3 weeks, and it kind of took us until now that we are going out, and we are like we enjoy the place. We go.
You take a breath. Enjoy.
Yeah, no, it is like it felt really heavy in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and like that's why I want to move more to get. I want to get used to this.
No, and also take time. We can't move
No, not like
every
move like
3-4 weeks.
Yeah, not that, but like stay, not like as long as we did before.
Not 11 months in one place. Basically, you're saying, right?
Yeah. So
So yeah, it's interesting. Okay, next.
when do no we
Oh,
have
wait,
that?
if we want to settle, not at the moment.
No settling, no settling.
Not at the moment.
Moving. That's so funny. This from his name is Ray. This 3
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny. Having watched your videos, having you read my message. I'm Ray, by the way.
Hi, right. Great.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the weather there
Right.
comparing to Madeira?
Hope you with us.
Good question.
Good question.
We heard before we came here, people warned us that it is very hot, much hotter than in Madeira. I can feel it right now, but generally, it
When
is.
we came, it was so windy.
Yeah, so Las Palmas, where we stay, is in the north of the island. And like in Madeira, on the north side, you have all the clouds, and there's like a different climate than in the south.
Yeah.
So, and while this, like when we came here, it was very gray, very cloudy, and very windy, and very,
Humid.
not humid, misty? No,
Oh, yeah.
like
Foggy a little bit.
foggy, like
Misty,
there was
misty.
no visibility almost, right?
Mhm.
And so they told us that there is has a name, I forgot the name,
Oh,
like
yeah.
a sandstorm from the Sahara coming, and always when that happens, this weather is just upside down here. So now this last couple of days, it's getting more sunny and clearer here in the north as well.
Mhm.
And it is warmer, like temperature-wise, it's warmer, but it's always windy. I feel like everywhere on the island, it's more windy, and it makes it
Cools
feel
down.
very comfortable. So you can't feel the warmth at all. It's just here in the apartment. If you don't open the window and get some draft here,
Mhm.
it's warm and kind of stuffy
Yeah.
because we're also next to the beach. But Other than that, it is probably warmer a little bit, not much, and windier, I would say.
But
Right?
in the south, it's much hotter.
In the south, there is
Three, four
like when
degrees.
you drive from the north down to the south, there's in the middle, like it's like a line. The clouds stop and it's blue sky every day. Like every time we went there, it was always the same weather.
Mhm.
It's always blue sky, always sunny, and obviously warmer and less wind down there. So it will probably be hotter, I guess, but we haven't spent much time down there. So yeah, that's the weather here. Gita, hi Gita,
Gita Ive.
Gita Ive.
Hello.
Hi you guys, nice to see you again. Hello from Copenhagen. How is your new island? Sunny, less green, windy.
And water is actually warmer.
Water is,
A little bit warmer, I felt like.
yeah,
Yeah, of course now Madeira in summer water is really great. But when we came, the weekend, following weekend, we did snorkeling, and the water was really nice.
two water experiences. First time snorkeling
Yes,
for both of us.
yes,
Video coming next week.
yes.
And we went sailing.
For the
So
first
cool.
time.
So cool. We
That
met
was-
an amazing guy and we went for a little sail, not that long. And we
3
both
hours.
like got our hands on the helm and on the ropes and everything. And we loved it so much we just would move on a boat tomorrow if we could.
Sure.
So okay, where are we? You look
Mhm.
nice as always. Oh, thank you so much. I haven't found a barber yet.
Who was that?
Maria Löfgren.
Hmm.
Hello, you look nice as always. I have nothing yet to compare it to because you have just come to Canary. You have nothing yet, that's right. Looking forward to see coming videos. 30 degrees in Uppsala, Sweden today.
Oh wow,
Wow, that's hot.
that's hot.
I'm not sure if it's that hot here. Probably.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that's exactly right. It's too early to compare, and we should never compare. That's my thing that I get to.
Mhm.
But it's also too early to have any real experiences or like it takes time, and that's something we need to learn. Tony T, oops, are you going back to Madeira? Yes, at some point, of course.
We will definitely go back.
We'll let you know. Lucy. Hi, Lucy.
Hello, Lucy.
We just spoke about the Azores.
Yes.
Hope you both are well, finding your way through your new home and happy with your new adventures. So much to explore and learn. Yes.
There is so much to explore and learn about places and also about ourselves. It's a
I think that's
great
the biggest thing is to learn about ourselves.
personal development for yourselves because we quite often find ourselves in moments where obviously we never experienced and we're like, what do we do? And
Yeah.
we have to think differently, we have to think creatively, we have to find solution. It's just it's incredible.
And I feel like this time on Madeira, this last few weeks and months, it's like bittersweet because it was the time where we made the most friendships, which
Yeah.
was the best time.
Mhm.
And at the same time, it felt like settling down and like, you kind of don't do certain things that you would normally do. And
Get
that was for me
comfortable.
you get comfortable, yes. And that was for me the sign like, okay, it's time to move on. So I don't want to get comfortable. I want to like explore and learn because I think that's what we experienced here, this like challenge to learn new things, to see different cultures, different like things that we might not like in the beginning or at all.
Or try to figure out
But-
why it doesn't work.
We want to experience them, and I think it grows us as like human beings. We want to grow in personal development. Um, explore and learn. Kale, cow. What was this? Rye. Many things.
Mhm.
Kyle, thank you for response. Looking forward to hearing more from your other projects. Yeah, we still need to talk about them. Maria, hi. Is it more expensive to buy food in Las Palmas than in Madeira?
Depending what?
I think it depends on what food. Yeah.
Yeah.
Certain vegetables, especially avocados, are more expensive, much more expensive. Other things might be cheaper.
Yeah, because for me, when I go to the shop, I
Second.
always check: is it Canaries? Where is this food coming from? I am always very conscious about it. Sometimes, because of course I don't know and I can't ask them, especially when I go to the local market, which we have here, like 10 minutes walk from here, and they don't speak English that much, so I can't ask a lot of questions there. So I get vegetables which I need, and it's a great choice. You can find almost anything you want, but the question is, where are they coming from? I have no idea. I can just guess. I'm sure bananas are definitely coming from Canaries. Avocados are also, sometimes some of them get exported. And yeah, depending on vendors, but it's more expensive in terms of vegetables. They are more expensive as well. Meat and fish, a little bit, like maybe 1-2 euros more. 1-2 euros more per kilo.
More expensive.
More expensive, yeah. In terms of restaurants, we can't say it's cheaper.
No.
We can't say cheaper. I would even say 1-2 euros more. Like normal meals around 10 euros. You go to a little bit better restaurants, they're around 15. So there are good restaurants.
So the only thing that is really cheaper is the petrol.
Yeah.
Dramatically cheaper. Everything else is the same or slightly more expensive. And because you said like the English, so like people speak less English, at least in the areas where we go.
Yeah.
But they're very good at sign language. So like figuring out like communication is flawless without speaking a word Spanish.
Maybe they understand,
But
but they cannot say anything. That's
Their
why
way of like body language is just blowing my mind. So we are getting along just good.
Yeah, because they even we say we don't understand Spanish, they carry on Spanish.
Yeah,
Obviously,
they talk
because-
like we would understand them, like no stopping, no slowing down, anything.
And many people come to
It's
us
really
and
funny.
immediately start speaking Spanish, and I listen until the end. I'm like, sorry, I don't understand.
Yeah, they continue anyway.
And they're like, oh, okay, and they go.
They go for
and
it.
then they go. So, yeah, it's a bit funny. And I think it's great because we can hear how they, like when we go to buy bread, she always carries on. We are like showing, we say what we want in English, she replies in Spanish, and now already
And
know.
she shows us like
Yes.
what, like cut. You want to cut the bread? You need a bag or whatever. It's like they show us in a way we really understand, and they always like say that like continue speaking in Spanish. So one day we will probably be able
I
to
think
say
so.
certain things. So
Like,
it's just the fast. They're so fast. It's difficult for me at least. I'm not strong with languages.
but the fact that people immediately talk to us in Spanish means we are blending well
Yeah,
here.
somehow.
Yes.
Okay, where are we? Food. I had the same. Be with us. I had the same experience with vegetables. I paid $1 per tomato in Newfoundland. Newfoundland? Canada.
That's incredible. I mean, $1 per vegetable. So,
Not kilo,
6.
like per piece,
yeah.
per tomato. Wow.
I paid, the other day, where I paid 12 euros, I had 2 large tomatoes, 4 avocados, and 1 small bunch of radish.
Yeah, the most expensive is the avocado, obviously.
Avocado. Yeah.
Madeira food forest, exploring the world sounds amazing. Yes, super excited about that. La cocote, comidas preparadas. Hello.
Pacote de comidas preparadas.
Welcome to our island. We have a delicatessen called la coqueta. Cocote. which we would love you to visit. We are near Triana, lots of yummy food. Paella, Canarian dishes, lots of tasty stuff.
Thank you.
Screenshotting that.
We'll check it out.
Check it out.
Thank you. That's amazing.
Not Fuerteventura. I don't know why, but somehow that never crosses our mind.
I don't know, maybe because it's
We are
drier.
I don't know. We always look for like the greener version,
I don't know
and
why
with
it's-
whomever we talk, they say go westwards. Like
Yeah.
go like even Tenerife is not really green. It would become greener on La Gomera or
La
La Palma. So I'm just interested in I mean, the Tenerife I think is also they're all great, right? And maybe we'll do all of them. We have no idea, but there are just certain things which I come across when I research, which I would like to see. So, but I haven't not Fuerteventura and not Lanzarote.
Mhm.
So I don't know if there's anything great. Let me know.
Please, yes,
Please let us know, like-
if you have favorite places. We'd really appreciate because it's really helping us to kind of create
Bye
a
for
list.
now, right? Right.
Yeah, because it's football starting in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
We
I
will
hope you
be
don't leave us
shaking.
all. I missed the conversations about Lucy about the Azores. Any plans in the short term to go and visit? I know it's on your bucket list. Enjoy your adventures. Yes. I'm not sure when exactly. What's the best time to get there? Like if we want to like really experience nature with a good weather where we can hike, what would you recommend, Lucy? What's the best time of the year?
Yeah.
Because I think we need to start to think about that more. We cannot just go at any time to any place because there are certain seasons where places are the best to experience in terms of nature and weather and all those things.
Yeah.
So would love to know like when is a good time to go there. Ken Head, nice to speak with you. I'm off to watch England versus Scotland now. My advice is follow your dreams. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye for
Ken.
now. Enjoy the football game.
Yes.
Hola.
I'm checking. I am checking.
You're checking? Yeah, you can't see.
No, we can't see. Anyway, England and Scotland. We'll be checking.
Hola, Alexandra. You can probably.
Alexander Kondratyev.
Hmm.
Yes, it's a Russian
Hola.
name.
Lucy,
Hey.
how are you finding making the switch to speaking Spanish from speaking Portuguese? I mean, we're not speaking Portuguese. really.
Well, it was in the beginning difficult because the immediate response would be obrigado, bom dia, and all those,
Yeah, the things we
phrases.
got used to, right?
Yes, like this, yes, and all that stuff. And here's, we have to like stop ourselves and, but it's slow until we say something. The other is like, bye.
It's too late.
Yes.
Too late. But I find it.
Yeah, you find it easier.
I
than
find it
Portuguese.
easier,
Interesting.
which is strange.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It flows easier off my tongue. If I catch something and I can repeat that, I feel like it's a little bit easier for me.
Interesting.
So, petrol is not good for eating.
That's
Definitely not. But if you drive around the island, it helps.
Yeah, but overall, the rest of the things,
Mother from Norma
Norma Madeira,
Moreira.
Hola,
Hello.
hola,
Hola, hola.
Norma,
It's mom from
Goianas,
Goianas, from
Katyusha, and
Katyusha.
it's from Katyusha, mom.
Mama from Katyusha.
Yes.
Uh,
Hola.
Have you found anything like polo tocaco in Gran Canaria? No.
Bread. What is it?
We have found a potato bread.
Oh yes.
We have found a potato bread with a amazing cheese, which comes again.
Speaking of cheese, come on, take
Ah, yeah.
cheese. Yes.
Speaking of cheese,
La Gomera. Yes. La Gomera. What did I say this word? La Gomera? No. Manteiga cheese. is
Manteiga.
Manteiga cheese. Here, what I really like that they have a lot of cheeses from goats and sheep. So it's like plentiful. I remember in London, there in Waitrose, I would have a little section where I would find the goat cheese. And here, it's majority of the cheeses are made from goats and sheep. And in the restaurants, there is even an ice cream place where they use
Mm,
sheep and goat's milk,
yes,
which we're gonna go. We haven't.
we have to go back
I-
there. We
I
just
read
discovered we were there,
But
but we missed the ice cream. We enjoyed other things,
so
which
it's
you will see this Sunday.
much more accessible, those type of things. So they
And
are,
there is a special cheese which they do with flowers.
that's the one. We visited this place. We have video about it, which will be in one or two videos after, which is really great. Handmade artisan cheeses. Um, they use floral rennet, like a flower. I don't remember the name of the flower. My goodness, should remember this name.
We'll share
It's
on
a
this new thing.
vegetable. This they use this juice, not juice, like
Rennet, you said.
rennet, yeah, from the flour, and they curd this cheese. So they call vegetarian cheese, which is made out of sheep. It's not. It is vegetarian. So
Yeah.
this is vegetarian.
So it's amazing. It's like a family in the fourth generation,
Yeah.
and the daughter is having a very cool bodega where she is selling this family homemade cheese.
Mm.
And so that was one of these beautiful places we found.
So they have good cheese, I think.
And apparently this is hard to find, and we found apparently the best one on the island. So we really enjoyed that. So where did I stop? So no pollo tocaco, but potato bread, which is from this cheese place.
Mhm.
We just had the dry version. They had like a dried one with the cheese plate, but you can also get like buns, like this kind of buns, which are different, just potato or like with herbs. Those
Corn. They have
corn,
corn.
and with chocolate. There's a chocolate version as well.
But corn is the specialty.
So in July, it's best, I heard, to go to Azores. So that's from Maria Löfgren, and then there's Lucy coming. And Lance Barker, how are the internet speeds?
Oh,
Amazing. I thought in Madeira it's fast, but here it's like double speed of Madeira. I don't know why. This is for me still interesting, like how islands have such a great internet.
and by the way, the SIM card, we found a SIM card here,
Mm,
and we got 40 gigabytes,
40 gigabytes for 20 euros.
which is, I think, is pretty good deal, right?
Compared to
Because-
what we had before.
Because we have pay-as-you-go cards, we don't have any contracts, and for us to have this SIM card, I think it was pretty good.
Mhm.
It's pretty good.
So I think the Canary Islands, especially Gran Canaria and Tenerife, are very established with digital nomads. This movement was here much earlier than it came to Madeira.
Mhm.
So the infrastructure for that is really, really good.
Mhm.
So that was for Lance Parker. So Lucy, I would say then that November to February is wet, rainy and colder, especially on the westernmost islands like Flores and Corvo. If you can go during the months of March to October. So now basically,
Yeah.
March to October. Okay. So basically when here is not as good, there is good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thanks for the mention. DM us on Instagram. We'd love to see you. Enjoy your time here. We will. If you
Thank
have
you.
any recommendations, please let them come.
Mhm.
I need to get better at researching. We always find ourselves just. I mean, it's also beautiful. I like to find things just
Wandering around.
wandering around and finding things totally unexpected. which is especially funny when we cut our video, like the last video we were cutting. It just we were laughing laughing so badly, because when we came there, we were like, we didn't know anything because we just found it on the way. Then we read about it, and everything was just like, yeah, of course, makes totally sense. But we were like so, like so innocent, naive, and I kind of like that in some way. But yeah, I need to research more because it's really hard to find good places. Lucinda Butler. Hi guys, hope you are well.
Oh, hello, Lucinda.
Hi.
Welcome.
Tourism might be opening up soon in the Azores, so on the bigger islands like São Miguel, Terceira, it will be busier. Everyone is waiting to get back to visiting family and friends. Makes sense.
Yes.
If you aim for September, you will get less tourism, lovely weather, and lots of grape harvest, especially in Pico. But make sure to go to Flores. My heart belongs there. And if you want to see green, go.
Okay. Flores is the one, right?
Flores. Yeah, we saw beautiful things about Flores.
Yeah.
This is so interesting. Like like when you go to different places and you have this like feeling of like, okay, this is for me and this is not for me. I enjoy that more, I enjoy that less. I still want to see it and I still want to experience it. But like this, it's just like looking at each other when we get into the mountains, like from more touristic areas where we are like kind of like, I don't know even how to explain that. Watch the video, it comes out on Sunday. And then we go up in the mountains and like we just start to smile, like we see this rugged mountain areas and like beautiful views and valleys with like a couple of palms and camels and all that things, and like suddenly we are happy. So it's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so did we miss any questions?
I don't know.
Did we miss any questions? Yeah, maybe we talk about the thing we're working on. So basically, I wanted to write already for quite some time, and even I have a blog. I did not really write much there. I never really knew what. It was kind of like
mixed
professional and like thoughts and things. But now we're coming to this place where we get lots of like, more specific questions, where to find certain things, how to get there, give more like background information on like how we find places and more information about those places. And because we are kind of not really preparing for those things and we want to experience them first, and that's what we capture on video. We, as you know, if you watch our videos, there is barely we say a name right, nor do we have much facts at the time where we film. So, but we still want to share those things, and we get a lot of questions. We get lots of like comments and direct messages on Instagram asking us like tons and tons of questions. And instead of answering them individually, we thought it would be good to kind of write them up and write like a little bit more backstory, a little bit more of our things that we did not capture on video, basically, right? I think it's complementary to our videos. So we starting a website, we're starting a blog. We also share our videos there. We're sharing our locations where we stay, because that's another thing we always get asked, like, where do you stay?
Yeah, many people are asking the home tour to do, and we did we did this last time before leaving Madeira.
So
and
bad.
It just didn't work. I think it just didn't work. and we were already rushing and had no time. And I thought, okay. And we arrived here, we put the stuff down, started straight away prepare the move things around, and then we went for a walk, and then we went to sleep. We completely forgot about it. So, but it would be nice to do that.
Yeah. So basically, there are certain things that
We sometimes miss in the
we
video,
miss in the videos, and
or it's harder to put this old heavy facts in the video, right? Because the video will be then very long,
yeah,
even longer. And so we decided to have a blog where we can share more details about the places we went to, our personal experience there, and also personal, what's that? Personal updates.
Yeah, personal,
Which is
like things that we don't share anywhere else.
On the video, yes.
So basically, you can go to lauseandmichael.com,
Yes.
and there will, at the moment, you can't see the blog. So at the moment, you only see videos. So that's basically all our YouTube videos, which we upload there as well. And if you want to binge watch them, it's easier because you have the numbers, so you can watch one after the next. But that's not the reason why we did that. We just want to have them there as another resource to link people to. I'm working on the blog, and that will come shortly. But you can sign up for email updates. So that's already live.
Yeah.
And there we will send emails which we share personal things which we don't publicly share anywhere else. So not on videos, not on the blog posts. So we want to do, we can't commit yet to a time schedule. We don't know if this is like monthly or bi-weekly or weekly or whatever.
But not
But
more than
we wanna tell more up-to-date things, personal, our plans, maybe connect with local people in a different way. So yeah, that's live now. You can go to Lausa and Michael. I will copy that here.
And sign up for the email. It's still in progress, but I'm sure if you
I'm-
watch this video a
I'm
bit
working.
later,
I'm working every day on it, and so I hope that works. And blog is coming soon, and I will probably. I still want to write about certain Madeira experiences as much as I have them in my mind, in terms of things that we did not capture and details I would like to provide, questions we get asked. But the first post will probably be around Gran Canaria, because that's kind of fresh, in my mind. The experience is still fresh. So yeah, that's one of the things we're working on. And so, what's that?
oh, this one is somebody from Brazil.
I arrived here, Brazil, but I'm Portuguese.
Maybe they live in Brazil, but they're from Portugal. Yes, it's
Caleste
Dias.
Dias.
Caleste Dias.
Yes.
Hello. Calestes
Hello,
Dias.
Deborah Rebelo
Camacho.
Camacho.
Hello, Deborah.
That's
Deborah.
another thing I
Deborah.
like, names.
Deborah.
Like even I
Deborah.
read them, like saying names correctly,
Debbie.
challenging. Even more with like places and buildings and all those things.
We know that already.
It's just another reason why I want to write them.
You mentioned that already many times.
This is really good
in
chorizo, by the way.
video.
And really good cheese.
She's really good.
I love in Tenerife. Where shall we go in Tenerife? Debbie. Debbie is so much easier. Here. So right now we're in Gran Canaria, Las Palmas. And Tenerife is on the list for
So is there a time limit?
a time limit. How, like, how long we are allowed to stay here, or
Yeah. That's right.
mm, I mean, we wouldn't stay as long as we probably could because we will move on, and we wanna explore the other islands here. So yes, yeah, like a time limit. How long we're
Like we
allowed?
had in Madeira, or like we had in Portugal.
I mean, the time limit of being where you start to legally kind of this, like a little bit like settlement things and like tax liabilities and all that stuff, tax residence, they're everywhere, right? So like the 6 months is basically a more or less international thing. I think here is like after 3 months or something, you need to kind of do certain procedures in terms of registering. But so the Airbnb host registered us, which is apparently a necessity. We didn't have that in Madeira, so I don't know. But
True.
yeah, so we wouldn't stay here for 6 months. So we still want to go in autumn to Uzbekistan.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. So this is a big part of our scheduling right now. That we wanna before we go there, because right now it's very hot.
Very
and
hot.
and so let's see, because it's lighting off all the time.
The glasses.
Yeah,
Goodness.
my goodness. So we wanna go there in autumn because right now it's too hot, and before that we wanna at least
Visit one more
ideally
island.
1 or 2 more islands. So that would be ideal.
That would be ideal.
Ah,
But right now,
people from the UK can only stay now, I believe, for 3 months. Yeah, that's the Brexit thing. That
in Europe,
I don't know. Like the 3 months, is that
a
a
year, in a 6 months.
is in a 6 months
In a
period?
6 months period. Yes.
So I'm Austrian citizen, so I have an European passport, which makes this whole thing much easier for us. And
And I'm his wife.
and she's my wife, my lovely wife.
And we can stay together.
So apparently, wherever I go, she can go, and we can stay there as long as we want. So that's how I read the European Union, whatever legal things. If I read them wrong, please let me know. I guess they will tell us at some point. So, is there a time limit? Where are you now? No, not Tenerife, Gran Canaria. I think I read this already. How are your families? Hope everyone is well and happy.
Who said that?
Lucy.
Oh, Lucy.
I need to adapt my eyes.
Because
Yes.
glasses. They are all very good. They're well. So, but I miss them so much. And I just said, if this year we cannot go there, it's impossible. It's unacceptable. We cannot do that. It's the longest period of time we have
Yeah.
not seen each other. It's 1.5 years already. And this is priority number one for me.
So yeah, we miss our families, and we wanna get there as soon as possible. And I think the best time, hopefully, fingers crossed that things are not getting more
Depending on the
difficult,
situation, yes.
will be the autumn.
Autumn.
But if you sign up to our emails on our new website, you will know about those things firsthand before anyone else knows it.
Yeah, we will update there.
So we will write like what's next and what we're thinking about it and all those things. Where are you now? There is no families. I am from Funchal. Debbie.
Debbie is from
So you are in Funchal or you're from Funchal?
She's in Funchal, probably.
In Funchal, probably. Oh, okay. People from the UK can only stay. Blueberry, will you be filming in Uzbekistan? Would love to see that. Oh, definitely, definitely.
Yes, we will.
I still feel like that it's not, I think, these days, but like this area to film and in public and like all those things, I still feel a little bit
Sure.
not shy. Like the certain things that were not allowed, now they are allowed. So I think now it's okay.
What you talking about?
No,
Filming?
that you can film and like doing certain things, like drone shots, for example. I think would be a hairy thing, right? Hairy, like a not allowed thing. It's more like
We don't have a drone at the moment.
at the
so
moment we don't have a drone anyway.
Yes.
But
We have not purchased a new one yet.
but yeah, we want to film. We want to do the whole Silk Road.
Yeah, because
We wanna-
Uzbekistan is part of the Silk Road, and there are many, like a few cities which are, you know, very interesting to visit and historically very interesting places. Yes, and yeah,
I'm really looking forward to that. Like, I always love to go there. It's a very like I feel very good there, and there are so many things. We always just spend time in Tashkent, like which is the capital,
yeah,
and like going into this like rural areas and like really like outside of the city, and experience this local living and like all these things and these historical sites which are like very
we never
significant.
been
like,
into historical
we-
sites before, but
no,
now we
but
actually
there
appreciate
I
it.
would like to I would like to see that,
Mhm.
experience that. So really looking forward to that. And filming. Okay, that's where we were. Blueberry. Yes, filming. Lucinda Butler, is Gran Canaria hotter than Madeira? Yes, but
In the south side is much hotter than
Uh,
in
yeah,
south side.
probably in the southwest there's like touristic area. It's definitely where we are. I think the temperature might be higher, but you can't feel it because it's always kind of windy.
Yeah, it's true. And the wind is a bit cool.
From
it's not
Funchal.
hot.
Debbie said from Funchal.
She's from Funchal, and I'm from Funchal, but I live in Tenerife for 20 years. So,
Ah.
wow. So if we go to
I missed that.
Tenerife,
Where's that?
Debbie, let us know. We can meet up there. It would be nice.
So this is like the biggest thing, which like the thing that gives us the most joy is to meet with local people. It's like this time, like in Madeira, we did this very late for several reasons. Like one of them is obviously the pandemic, and we want to be as careful as possible.
Yeah.
But at some point, we started to meet with certain people, not many, and this was the time that was the most special for us.
That's where we start to feel like, that's, we feel like we actually live here. We experience this island on a
On a different level.
different
On a
level.
different level.
Not just like visiting and going, but feel like,
Yes.
how would that feel like if we would stay here? It's not that does not mean that we are going to stay there, but you feel more, you see it from obviously local perspective.
Yeah, and just like like being with people who live there and like hearing their stories, and they showing us their favorite places, and there's nothing comparable to that.
Yeah.
So this is for us, I think, the biggest learning from this like more or less fresh travel experience. And when we came here, we kind of like already tried to connect before we came here and ask certain people if they know someone, and if yes, then we would like to meet. And so far we just had two. Yeah, I think we just met 2 times people. And this weekend
We have another people.
maybe another one.
Yeah.
But this is the best thing, and this gives us the best feeling of like what this place is about. Gives us lots of knowledge, where we should go, what we want to experience. It gives us like background information of like why things are the way they are here,
Exactly.
which is really interesting. And you start to see it differently. Like before, I felt like, you're like a little bit judgy, kind
Yeah.
of like, why is that this way? And I don't like it, and blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
then, like, once you have these conversations with local people, and like you learn why those things are the way they are, and what, like, yeah,
Change
it
perspective.
just changes the perspective.
Yeah.
And suddenly I feel like I see it from a different angle, and I'm so much happier. And I kind of like things
Mhm.
which I didn't like before. So, very interesting. Oh,
Yeah.
John Brass,
Hi, John. Talking about friends.
talking about friends, one of our friends. Uh, and yeah, one of the contacts was from John, where we met, and it was, thank you, John.
That was amazing.
Thank you so much. It was an amazing time.
Yeah.
Really cool guy.
By the way, England and Scotland 0-0 so far.
Okay, just for the football enthusiasts, 0-0.
Yeah, 0-0.
So, what is the island of eternal spring from Alexander?
What?
What is that? Tenerife. No, Tenerife is the island of eternal spring.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Lauza, your face lights up talking about Uzbekistan.
I just miss my family a lot.
Yeah, I
Like,
also
a
miss them.
lot, and also going there with a different view, right? Experiencing those interesting cities in Uzbekistan, like Samarkand, Bukhara, Khiva, and they are very interesting. So we are planning to do that. But first, when we arrive, probably will take a week or two to spend with family, depending on how long we can stay there, depending on the visa and all that stuff. This will be very interesting
There it's a little bit more difficult.
with visa stuff. Yeah. Yeah, and it's a lot because many people are asking about Uzbekistan and they say, "Oh, tell us more about Uzbekistan." And I'm learning even more now because I never was interested to know those facts. Not interested. I learned them in school, but I already forgot about them. And now to actually refreshing this up and seeing it with
And I
fresh
think
eyes.
it's one of those things where you live in a country and you never experience the country.
Yeah.
So living in Tashkent and actually never going to all those famous places in the Silk Road.
Mm-hmm. Except Samarkand, I wasn't Samarkand.
You want some?
But
Okay.
when I was adult already.
So I'm from Funchal, but I live in Tenerife for 20 years. That's from Debbie.
Yes.
And I would love seeing you when you come here.
Okay, good.
Good to know.
Text us in Instagram if you are there. So that I have contact.
Yeah, if that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, let us know here if you can contact us on Instagram.
Yeah.
If not, then we'll find other ways. Samarkand looks amazing from Blueberry. It does.
Beautiful.
It does.
I'm curious about Khiva because that's where it's even older
Khiva.
city. I'm curious about this place.
So that will be a really interesting journey. I've never been in such areas,
Extra.
and we don't wanna. Yes, I follow you on Instagram.
Sorry. Text me.
Thank you for following us on Instagram,
Text me, please, Deborah. Debbie.
Debbie. Yeah, because we don't wanna go to like we will stay in Tashkent, obviously, and we don't want to go like from Tashkent to this place and going back and so forth. So we want to actually travel through the country and stay in these places if possible in some way. So that will be really interesting. That will be something completely new. I have no idea how I do this with my job, with internet and all those things,
Yeah.
because there's no infrastructure really,
Except Tashkent.
Tashkent. So that will be interesting. But we'll see. We'll make it work.
Let's see. Yes. We shall see.
So yes, I follow your Instagram. So we're again
Yes,
through.
we will check it out then. Yeah, that would be interesting.
So you want more of this wine?
Maybe just a little
So
bit.
for everyone who is just who just joined us later, here, come on, stay there.
It's a bit-
So this is that. Is that sharp?
yes, no, it's sharp.
Haven't figured out the focus yet. We have a new camera, which we use for live streaming as well. So that's a banana wine.
What's not in focus?
Keep it there. No?
No.
Maybe we let me try that. Okay.
Now you can see. Oh.
No?
No, but it's okay. You can. I'm sure you can see it already.
Maybe. Oh no. Oh yeah. Me?
Yeah. Now
Oh,
you
no.
remove the
No, sorry.
boker. You remove the boker. Keep it. Keep it. It's fine. It's actually better.
That's this. Sorry, I was thinking about something else.
No, keep
Because
this.
there's something to show products or some like focus on other things. We'll figure that out for next time. I'm so happy that I got that working for streaming today.
That is amazing. And we have here windows, which is like from ceiling to the floor, floor to ceiling, and it's nice because it's a lot of light. But because it's tinted,
Yeah, there's like a sun tint, like a
protection,
sun protection on it.
and it makes light in the room a little bit grayer and bluish. So
Yes.
we're not sure if it's gonna turn very well or not. You turned the book on shots again.
I did.
I think so.
No, that's good.
Okay.
That is sharp.
So here, who joined just now, we're drinking Canary Isle.
Canary's banana wine,
banana
which
wine,
looks like normal wine and almost tastes like normal wine.
but it has a banana flavor. It is
Very light.
very light,
Very light.
but it's actually made of banana, 100%.
Mhm.
No wine, no grapes. Very nice.
Gregory,
Yeah.
here. Are you planning to get vaccinated for COVID? It is probably logistically difficult. Yes, it is logistically difficult, and so far we don't know yet how we will do that. And they're also interesting, which I'm not totally clear, so I might say something wrong, but there are certain vaccinations approved in certain countries, and when you have this like travels, this vaccination passport or certificate or whatever,
Mhm.
there are certain countries which only accept certain vaccinations or something, especially in this like Central Asia and whatever area. So still need to figure that out. But yeah, it is a logistically more difficult topic.
Mhm.
So I hope that later this year, when it gets into autumn, that at some point there will be, you can just get it, like you just go somewhere and you get it. Like in the US, you just go in a pharmacy or in the airport, you can, in the airport, go to a place and just get it. There's no scheduling, there's no appointment, there's nothing. You just go there and you get it.
And you don't have to be resident even.
And you don't have to be resident. You can just like fly through. So I read this from Jackson Groove. So he was like his next destination is what was it? Nepal? No, not Nepal. Vietnam.
Mm.
So Vietnam, and he came from Nepal, flew through Los Angeles to Hawaii, where he spent 1 month to recover and relax, and he spent 2 days in LA, got vaccinated in like on the way, and yeah, just one shot. I don't know which one it is. So
Johnson and Johnson.
Johnson. So yeah, that's a whole other topic. Um, but yeah, once we figure that out, go for it. Guys, looking good. John Brass, looks like Canary Islands is treating you well. Yeah, we can't complain. Everyone is nice, treating us well.
Mm-hmm.
We experience like different things, new things,
Mm-hmm.
but that's all about, right? We meet amazing people. Thank you, John, for this.
Yes, for contact.
And yeah, good. I've never been to Gran Canarian. I've been to Tenerife. Was amazing and really hot. It reached 42 degrees. Maybe that comes in summer. Everyone tells us in summer it's really hot.
Mm-hmm.
So right now it's not yet. So maybe that happens in July, August. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So far it's good. And I can't imagine that Tenerife would be so much hotter than Gran Canaria. It's not like they're so close, you can actually literally see them, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like when we were driving around, we would see the volcano from Tenerife.
Yeah.
So get Pfizer. It is accepted in most countries.
Mhm.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I need to check that out. I don't, like in Madeira we registered because they had this program where you could register as non-resident, or it's just nobody knew when you would get it. So and we left before we got a chance. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's in Spain, if there's also some program like that, but we'll eventually get around it.
Yeah.
Pedro, I think you were on another island. Um, what's the context here?
It's about
Island of Eternal Spring.
Tenerife or it's about Tenerife or Gran Canaria, different islands.
Yeah, they are different islands, but they are so close. So we checked
Yeah.
like a ferry,
Yeah,
because you can actually go with a ferry from island to island,
without
which is very close.
without PCR test.
Yes, without
Any test.
Yeah.
Within the islands, of course, because once we're here, we came here with the PCR test, and once we're here, we can already move between the islands without any problems. No problems, without any test.
Yeah, so we could either fly or go by boat, and there are a couple of different ferries. So I'm more interested in the ferry option. Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
It's not that expensive actually.
And it's not that far. Like if you go to Tenerife, it's like, I don't know how long it is, but it's really close.
About 50 euros per person. It's cheaper than
Flying is slightly cheaper, and there's a big difference between locals and non-local, or like residents and non-residents. So there are two prices, and the residence price is significantly cheaper than.
oh yeah, that's actually true.
So it might actually be more expensive to go by boat.
But in Madeira it's the same for the residents. There's a different prices. But
Ah,
here,
yeah, to Porto Santo is also for residents different price.
and depending on which boat you take, because there are a few options apparently, right? There are some boats which are.
Ah, Pedro. He was talking to Pedro.
Yes,
Ah, sorry, I didn't
it
get
was
that.
not free.
Well, it was not for me. Sorry. You're making me hungry. Enjoying that yummy cheese. I adore cheese so much. My mouth is watering.
It's cheese.
I love cheese, and I have
Okay.
definitely too much here. I have too much cheese. I have too much chorizo.
Yeah.
But
But at least it's a goat's cheese, not a cow's cheese. But you go for any cheeses.
I go for any cheeses, but I feel if I have too much of the cow's cheese, I feel the whatever discomfort. Yeah. So in this place where we went, that was really cool. So they had 3 different cheeses, and artisan homemade
Oh.
fourth generation. Amazing,
Very good.
amazing, and beautifully done. So like I love this bodega and really nice young people running this place.
Yeah.
So the daughter of the famous cheesemaker, he's famous on the whole island apparently. And so yeah, there's very interesting stories around these guys, which I can write about in our new blog.
Yeah. There's
So
certain
just
things we are in the moment recording certain things, and then later on something comes up, some new information, or we did not get a chance to record that, but we found out about it, and we cannot put this in the video because we don't have footage about it. And I think it's great to have this combination of blog post where we combine that and give a bit more information and details where you just click and you're there.
and
Yeah.
you can easily link to that as well. Are there many tourists now?
Not
So
that
in
many.
that area where we are, so we are in Las Palmas.
North part of the
I
island.
You can see tourists, but I feel like all these people here on the beaches and like here on the promenade, it feels like
Speak
they're all
Spanish.
they're all like local people. That's how it feels. And when we went to these beaches along the coast where we went snorkeling, also local
And,
people.
yeah.
Only in the south, where is this hotel resorts and that stuff, there are probably more tourists. But even there, like people, when you like listen them, it's mostly Spanish speaking people. So they might come maybe from the mainland and be tourists, but I don't have the feeling of many tourists here.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's like if the place where we are is less touristy because apparently the north has not that many tourists than like compared to the south. So I don't know, but it doesn't feel like
Nope.
Huh?
No.
very local. And the funny thing is like when you go to stores, I feel like when it's a touristic area, they speak more like English or
German.
German or French or something. But here, even it's like a big city, barely. There are some people like this coffee experience we had, like this guy who made the tour with us. He lived in London. He lived in the
Leeds.
UK in Leeds, so his English was pretty good.
He went to study
He,
there.
he studied in England and came back,
Yeah.
but other than that, like generally people almost know English and know like yeah, interesting.
Not at the moment.
So not in the moment.
At the moment.
And I mean here are a couple of hotels, but even this guy is like staying
Locals.
here.
Yes.
Like they're all like Spanish speaking. So I don't know where they come from.
Probably in England.
Mainland, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's the maybe somebody knows here. Like if you know about like what's the common thing here on the Canaries in terms of like Spanish tourists or something? Let us know. Would be interesting.
Mhm.
So I've never asked any of them because they wouldn't understand me anyway.
But there is a south side of the island which called
Mas Palomas or something. Yeah, that's where the sand dunes are.
Yeah, we just saw the sand dunes, but we didn't really go there this time. We will definitely go there again because sand dunes are beautiful.
But this is a very
Like-
touristy area.
But it's a super touristic area, like super touristic.
And we
Which-
kind of
It
always
was-
avoid touristic areas. Even there are no tourists right now, so it's all kind of empty.
But it's like a
But
mass.
It's like yeah, and it's like when we were there, and you will see when you watch the video that comes out this Sunday, you will probably see that in our faces. Like we weren't the most happiest in that place, just saying it nicely.
Yeah.
But there is something like this, like when we were driving around the island and like through villages, and there is a feeling of authenticity somehow, like even like a couple of villages inland which are catering for tourists. I mean, they don't have tourists now, but they have like big, like German flags, UK flags, and like you can see the catering for tourists. And we avoid those places, obviously, but you can feel the difference when you come to those places or you come to more local places where tourists normally wouldn't go, right? Because
They say they don't go, but why not?
no, they just don't. Like apparently, like I'm not experienced in that, but apparently people come to this hotel complex, have all in one, not all in one, all inclusive.
All
I love all
inclusive.
in one, all inclusive, and barely leave this beautiful like oasis of like hotel with everything from pools to everything and sport complex and golf courses and whatever. So they kind of stay there and spend their holiday there. So, and then when we went inland and we went to this cheese place, which is apparently the best on the island, and we went to this coffee place and we told this coffee guy where we just came from, he said like, how did you find that? Because like this is just for local people. Like nobody goes there, but it's the best on the island. So this is always fascinating me that like nobody goes to the best places, which is probably why they're the best places.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the long answer to haven't seen many tourists here.
That's a very long answer.
So yeah, there are no new questions. So shall we?
Wrap it up.
You have any other
Wrap it up.
It's
a halftime of the playing game, and
0-0.
it's still 0-0.
Did you refresh?
Yes.
It's live.
Yes.
Live.
0-0.
So you haven't missed anything. 0-0.
Exactly.
So any more
Um,
questions? Any more interesting things, suggestions where you would like us to go?
On the Gran Canaria at the moment, and of course
Any other places?
sister islands.
So I'm starting to, because I feel like the planning. I mean, I don't want to like plan on a level that we are not surprised, because I like this effect of being surprised. But there is some level of planning that we need to get better, and one of the things that I want to get much better is in connecting with people in different places before we get there. Like
Maybe
Debbie offered us,
there's
or
one more person.
Lucy has mentioned her family there in the Azores, and we would love to connect before we even go there. Come to Canada. Where are you in Canada? Do you remember?
I don't remember where in Canada.
How is Canada now? Like in terms of traveling? Because we have friends on the, I don't know what it's called, like on the west side, the like islands.
The Lake Islands, yes. Lake Islands.
So I don't know how it's called, but they told us that it's kind of difficult because they kind of close certain areas and travel and quarantine, and certain things are difficult in Canada. So I don't know how the situation is now. But before we come to Canada, we'll probably pass by the Azores. You're finding.
I can't find this.
This is where are you now?
This is Canada.
Okay.
There are
It's,
many islands. There are a few islands.
there's so many islands.
Mm-hmm. That's why we don't.
Is it there?
No. Maybe not. It's alright.
Interesting.
La Gomera sounds nice. Don't know much about it. About that island. We also don't know. It's
We don't-
much smaller.
It's like as I don't know how much that is true right now, like seasonal, but it's apparently the rawest, like a jungle kind of. The vegetation is very jungly, like rainforesty.
Mm.
So, and there is like, as I understand,
There are not
more.
that much tourists, I think. It's not touristic island.
Yeah, it's like
I
more for
think.
people coming to dedicated for hiking and like really experiencing the nature, which is probably why we would like to go there.
Because I'm looking for the flats on Airbnb and I check and I feel by now I already know every
Single
single flat
listing.
on Airbnb in Tenerife, La Gomera as well, and
La Palma.
La Palma as well. So and La Gomera looks very like usually it's all the places and they are not you can see they're not designed for tourists much but they still random of course which is nice so it's more original I guess it's very simple not fancy at all and it's
Yeah.
very mounty place so it's like there's not much flat space there so yeah.
So I'm just curious generally with the season, right? Because I saw pictures from Gran Canaria,
Gorgeous
which
beach.
are gorgeous and green and lush and waterfalls and everything. But if you go there now, there's nothing. It's all dry. There's no green, and there's no water. So I'm curious, like how it is on these other islands, like the La Gomera or La Palma, which are the two islands which are recommended. We got them recommended in terms of nature, so they are apparently the greenest. So yeah.
We'll see.
So
Because-
I'm in the province of Ontario. Is that right?
yeah.
Without glasses, I'm going with.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll read
Your
it.
friends are in the west coast, probably Vancouver, perhaps.
Yeah, the islands on the west side, definitely. Ontario, province of Ontario.
Ontario,
Mhm.
Ontario. Well, Google.
Oh, it's America. Oh, it's a very big state. In
That's on the
Canada.
other side.
It's a very big state.
Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. We had this earlier. It reconnected.
Okay.
Hmm?
So what else we wanted to mention on the update from the Gran Canaria? How we adapting? Do we like this place? How we going? How is it going in Gran Canaria?
So that's the question.
Do we miss Madeira? Do we?
Canada is restricted because of the pandemic. Come to Canada after your vaccines, and when travel is easier. In Canada, come during the months of March to October. Which is similar then.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. First, we'll visit your family.
I guess
I'm still looking there, but we actually need to look here.
that's right.
So
So those type of questions.
we covered how we adapted. We cover how
We still adapting.
we still adapted,
Still adapting.
which is why we kind of extended like the time here to, because I feel like we're just starting now. So this first 2-3 weeks, they kind of.
And I don't know when people traveling and stay in one place for just 1 week or 2 weeks, and then they say, "Oh, I like this. I don't like this. I like." They have already an opinion about this place after being in one place for a week, which of course it's enough to just sense something. But I feel like from the time we came to Gran Canaria and now our view changed in this almost 3 weeks.
Yes. And I think was it yesterday when we were walking on like we on the promenade and we were like the first time kind of feeling this happy feeling,
Yeah.
like walking on the beach and so there is some it's like the you know the I just read that you obviously like island life, but do you miss city life? So here we are in a city, in
It
a
feels
kind
like
of big
city.
city, and it
Yeah.
doesn't feel like an island. It's a city with a beach, and we have only the island kind of like feeling when we go out of the city. But with the snorkeling and the like going to different beaches, there is some beauty with beaches which we haven't really like. We had our favorite beach in Madeira in Seixal, and we had a beach in Ribeira Brava, and we really enjoyed that as well.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. But here I feel like the beach experience, and not necessarily the holiday, like the packed, even that's existing as well, and we also went there, but local beaches, lots of beaches where you actually need to hike to get to, but different beaches with white sand, black sand, pebble beaches, rocky beaches,
Volcanic beaches.
volcanic pools,
Yeah, yeah.
and things. So I feel like now we're discovering that. And like this weekend where we went to snorkel, like I was really happy. You remember, like it was hard to get me out of the water. I was
Yes.
just like snorkeling around. I was probably looking ridiculous, and I was doing this the first time, and I was like saying hello to fishes, and like the guy who snorkels for the first time. But I really enjoyed that as well. So that was
Yes.
something I didn't do in Madeira. So it was something new.
We did different stuff in Madeira, I
We did
think.
different stuff in Madeira. So
So
here, I think we need to kind of, or it's good to focus a little bit more on different things because hiking is not the thing here right now that much. But city life, like for me, it also has something,
yeah,
and I feel like we are somehow we also need city to a certain degree.
yeah,
Even we like the local experience and going outside of the city,
yeah.
but especially when you don't have a car, when you don't rent a car like full time, like we don't do that. So and then like getting certain things like certain gear, or you need certain things for your work. For my work, when I work with the company I work now with, so I have that in the city, and I feel like it's also important.
There is something about we love cities,
So
but not to the extent of living full time in the city. I think it's great to come maybe 1, 2 months, maybe three, and then the rest of the year.
I think it's
I
more
love
like a
to.
hub thing, right? Like we come here, we live here, and we have our infrastructure here, and then we go out. We're not spending much time in the city. Even in the evenings, we go around and we discover different districts and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But generally, we don't spend time in the city much. We're not going out much in the city. It's more like infrastructure for shopping and like for my work and all that stuff. And then we go out and search like more outside experiences.
That's right, absolutely. So I do love city. So I can't
You always say
say
you're a city girl.
I'm a city girl. But after spending so much time on Madeira, I didn't miss city. I still crave for nature and quiet and more relaxing places. But when we came here, obviously walking and all, like finding all the things I needed, I wanted, you can find at any moment. Just 10 minutes walk, 15 minutes walk, and I get whatever I need. Of course, this comfort of getting anything you need. But because we obviously we choose this lifestyle where we do not buy many things, we only have two luggages, and we have to be very mindful. 2.5, okay, 2.5. We need to be very mindful about what we buy, how much we buy. It's yeah, we don't buy too many things. Before we buy, we really have to think: do we really, 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 really need this?
Yeah.
And yeah, and yeah, I do miss sometimes those like going to shops, and there's a huge choice. It's a nice choice. I just go around. I love it. I miss it, but I love the island life as well. So very much.
There
Actually,
is something about it. And
yes.
like Madeira was for us the first time, like experiencing and
islands.
living on an island.
Yes.
So, and there is something about it. And I think there's also a difference in the lifestyle, in the people, in the.
Lifestyle, because some people
I think the like
might
people
not.
are like more restricted in like resources, and like they're resourceful and they're helping each other. I think there's a different bond, I feel like, between people, different to like a normal continental life.
That's true. That's
So
true.
I don't know. There is something different, and we love it. Yes.
Absolutely.
So there's a question around. Yeah, Lucy says like, unless you want to snow experience, then come during November to February.
We don't miss snow yet. Not yet, but there will be time when we will
Maybe
be
at some
missing
point.
it.
Maybe at some point.
We will come for the snow experience.
We come when it's warmer.
Yeah.
There is a question from Tamara. I say Tamara.
Yes.
I think Airbnb is expensive. No? Question mark. I guess for short-term rentals, it is the easiest. So I mean, we love Airbnb because they do a really, really good job in managing the whole thing. They have a really, really good choice. And if you spend enough time, you can find really, really good offers, especially now with like stays longer than a month or minimum a month.
Yeah.
It's expensive. It's often more expensive to stay
Short.
2 weeks
Yeah.
than a month. So you pay less for a month than for 2 weeks, which is interesting.
Yeah, you get from 10% to up to 60% discount if you
Discount.
stay for more than 30 days. So
So-
if you go to Airbnb and you actually try to choose the time for 30 days, you will see there will be always discount for 30
Yeah.
days and more.
So that's an interesting thing. And I started recently to explore different options, and I can't find anything that is better or cheaper or whatever. Like so far, I haven't found any alternatives. And the only alternative is like when you have like a long-term, like a year contract, for example, right?
Yeah.
But
Outside of-
then it gets cheaper. Even like in Madeira, there was no difference really between what we paid and what we heard other people pay for like a normal rental
Long-term
contracts,
contracts.
long contract.
Yeah.
So if you I don't know if you're lucky or if you search long enough or if you get to the right places, then you get really, really good offering. And the places are amazing. So we haven't had any bad experiences yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are really
Yeah, we had a good experience.
we're really fans of Airbnb.
In terms of invoicing is also safety, because I think people who are renting flats feel much more safer to rent through Airbnb, because Airbnb has in place some kind of
I think the protection and
Protection for
the
them.
system of handling things and handling potential conflicts, which we never have had.
yeah.
So yeah,
And for us as
For
well,
us.
I think as a user,
yeah, and the hosts are all amazing. You know, there's no. I mean, I'm sure there are like bad examples, but so far, like every host has added to our local experience in some way, like giving us amazing tips, and all very helpful.
and filling you in around the area.
And
so
if you
to
need
be
anything
aware of
local,
things.
yeah, so really, really good. That's also something I want to somehow build out on our new website.
To
This,
share places where we stay.
yeah, not just like sometimes we stay in other places, very rarely, but there will be a page where we share all the places where we stay or stayed. And we want to link those to articles where we write about the experiences. And yeah, so I want to build that part out as well, because we get questions about this very often. Like how much did you pay? Like how does it look like? Where did you stay? Like which areas do you recommend? So I want to kind of like build that out a little bit. So
Subscribe on our website for the email updates.
so if you just joined now,
Yeah, laluzenmichael.com.
new website, sign up for the email. We don't spam. We only send out, I don't know, minimum a week, more likely every second week or once a month.
Yeah.
When there is something personal that we want to share, and we want to share that with a group that we kind of build closer to us.
Also
So
relationship with.
yes.
Yeah.
So I've lived in the southwest of France for 9 years, and although I love the tranquility and quality of life, I'm ready to move on. I think it's the time factor, and you need to find balance.
Absolutely. It is a lot about balance, isn't it?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've lived in the southwest of France for 9 years, and although I love the tranquility and quality of life, I'm ready to move on. So that's what we felt in the UK, right? Like we lived there for 12 years, and at some point we thought like, okay, we have to.
I don't think it was tranquility.
No, there was no
and
tranquility and no quality of
life.
life. Also, like East London was nice, so I can't really say
It's
anything
not.
bad.
It's
But
not East London. It's Olympic Park.
yeah,
Was
yeah, the
nice.
area where we stayed was good.
That's
I
the
think it's time factor, and you need to find balance. I think you need to find
Yeah.
experiences. I come more and more to this. I think that was the reason why we wanted to travel, right?
experience.
Like we wanna have more experiences, because that's the only thing that kind of, I don't know. For me, that's the most important thing in life. Have good, memorable experiences, and meet people from different walks of life, different cultures.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Still 0-0. England and Scotland.
what are these guys doing?
Come on.
Is anyone watching what this guy's doing?
I don't know. I don't watch, but I don't know what's happening. By the way, be with us. Where are you? How are you? Let us know in the comments.
If you're still here,
How are you doing in Madeira? How Madeira is doing?
we still need to visit you for certain food experiences.
Oh yeah. By the way,
Ian,
food
food
experiences.
experiences.
That's right.
Thanks. I will check Airbnb again. We can do 6 months to 1 year, so we will compare.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, there is another site which learned about from
Any place?
look.
Ah, the Mokni. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So there is a similar, not similar. It's not.
It-
It's not
a
similar.
it's a home sharing.
Home
a
sharing.
home
So if you
sharing.
have your own home and you would love to go, let's say, from London to Madeira, and someone lives in Madeira, has their own home, and you can exchange homes, and it could be short term, it could be even up to 6 months. And
Yeah.
you basically, because each home has specific amount of
Points or
Points
something, or value.
and value, yes, and then you exchange based on that, and it's also another option for instead of renting your own home, you can actually exchange.
So if you
houses.
own a home, which
Yes.
we don't, so that's another option for us.
Yeah.
But if you own a home, you can actually exchange that and travel, while other people like, so you can keep your home, or you can just rent it out on Airbnb. Other option.
Yeah.
Have you tried tortilla? I assume that's the food. Tortilla. This reaction shows that we have not tried it. I'm, I feel like we do, but I'm currently not entirely sure.
Sorry. Ah, okay, got it.
Spanish dish.
I saw this.
It's not a website for rentals. It's a Spanish dish. Tortilla.
It's eggs with potato and
Oh no,
rice.
actually we haven't tried that.
We have not tried. No,
That looks actually delicious.
something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we haven't. There's a cheese and all that stuff. No, we have not tried that.
So we haven't actually tried yet that many local dishes. I have to admit that.
Except
We, yeah, we
tapas.
kind of like we cook a lot at home and we eat a lot at home, which is part of our lifestyle. So we are not going out a lot,
Only weekend.
only weekends. So we went
Potatoes and eggs.
potatoes and eggs. Looks delicious though.
Spanish.
Is there like a ham and a cheese in the middle?
Yeah, yes, some of them have. Yes, yes.
So we need to try more of those things, which is also part of experience and culture, right? I don't know why we don't get around to
But I
that.
don't know. We have not seen that often. This thing. Maybe it's from
No,
mainland.
but we are not really looking for it. So I'm sure you can. Why not?
We met a local guy here, and we went to have a dinner together. Simple, normal local restaurant, and it's none of those tapases.
It was very no. It was a place,
known
a
for
local place known for
ribs.
ribs and like meaty things like pork belly and like other meaty things, right?
They don't serve all those type of things.
But I'm sure they do, but we went for meaty things. So we went for what we got recommended by a local, and it was really good.
Really.
It was really good. Like when we would pass that place, we would never think that they have that much amazing food. But I feel like food is something that we don't do enough, I guess.
On our videos.
No, just like not just in the videos, like for us, like we can share those things in our videos, but we don't do
You
it
mean in Gran
enough.
Canaria?
Yeah, generally.
Generally, in Madeira we did a lot.
Yeah, but I think yeah. In the end, we got to more of it, but
In Tashkent will be a lot of food.
Tashkent feels like
Uzbekistan, I mean.
home advantage, right? So
Yeah, because we know what.
we know, but I'm very excited about this food
But
because
it's very
it's super
easy.
delicious.
You go to any place and you feel Uzbek food.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. You can't.
So
not
if
miss
you're
it.
interested in this area of Central Asia, you will be in for a treat.
Yes. So
So, any more, or let's wrap it up for today.
yeah, I'm just checking more question. I think we did answer right. I answered personally many questions already there, but I wanted to make sure we cover here that as well. And I think that's our first impressions, as we already mentioned. First video of our experience here on Gran Canaria video will be slightly different compared to the ones which are coming later on, because that's where we start to discover more of the interesting stuff.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Lucy. Thank you for being with us today. Lucy has to go.
Okay, good. Thank you, Lucy, for coming, and see you.
Future videos are coming soon, so
Yes, definitely.
keep watching. Thank you.
Thank you. Alrighty.
So yeah, we have three videos in the work now, I think. So first one coming this Sunday, and so it's interesting like how you will like experience that, like us in these videos. Because for us it was like a day, like a roller coaster in terms of experiences.
Yeah. But it's cool because we could
Very
experience so
tiring.
much in one day.
Very tiring.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go then.
Me too. Good night. It's Friday. Everybody
It's
wants
Friday.
to go out.
Enjoy your Friday.
By the way, here Fridays are very lively. It's quite
I feel like
lively.
every day is lively here.
It's true, but on Friday, last Friday, we went for a walk, and it's a lot of people for
There are
going
generally
to drinks and
a
restaurants.
lot of people out. Like if you follow Instagram Lausa's stories,
Yeah.
where she tries to capture those things,
Ideas, Lucy.
Lots of people.
Adios,
Adios.
Maria.
Lots of people out, bars, restaurants. I mean, we are here at the promenade, like at the beach.
Incredible.
Lots of people out enjoying the evenings, and we're going for a walk.
Because we work a lot, and we
Yeah,
are
just
also working on figuring out the life work balance. We're still working on it.
and there are so many things I would like to do, project-wise, but I need to kind of
And we still feel like we're not working enough. We need to work harder.
harder
We need
and
to work
more.
And
So yeah,
it doesn't work sometimes.
I feel like now with this like new with coming here, I feel like a toddler starting to walk.
The beginning.
No, generally, like like traveling, working, experiencing new places. I feel like there's lots to learn, lots to, I don't know, for not just for sharing, but for us personally. I feel like the really like absorbing a place, really getting a place, feeling a place. So I feel like this is, yeah. So like this is something I will probably
You want to write. You like
put
writing.
in words on the coming blog. So excited about that. Excited about
Absolutely. All right.
that. Goody good.
And please, if you're watching still, thumbs up would really be appreciated for this video before you go. So that would be lovely.
Helps us a lot.
Helps us a lot. Yes, and yeah,
Keep watching.
keep watching our next
We keep
videos.
sharing. We keep discovering and sharing.
Yes.
And we're looking forward to connecting with you soon again.
Soon again, yes.
We'll see if we do it in a month, we might not be here anymore, so we might be in a new place.
Yeah.
Right? So
It'll be interesting.
let's see. Flora. Flora. That's her sister. Flora. Как дела? Flora.
My single sister. Single mom
My
sister.
single mom sister.
Single mom sister. Yeah.
She's now in Tashkent.
Yes.
And she said we should come. Just go jump on an airplane and come to Uzbekistan.
I would just right now buy a ticket and go.
You would?
I would. If we could, I would.
It's hot there.
It is. That's the only problem. And
Flora, super. Super.
Okie dokie then, so let's wrap it up then today. Today's a bit shorter. Tomorrow, this weekend is we did not do this on the weekend because on weekend when we go out we don't know when we're gonna come back, and after exploring all day in the evening we are super tired.
Yeah, and we mostly come back really late
And tired.
and tired. So
And I thought Friday would be cool before weekend, but I forgot that there is a football today. So.
we'll check that next time.
And they're still 0-0. Looks like they're a very good team. Because
Yeah.
if they play with 0-0 for a long time, that means they're strong team.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So good night and glad you are well. Not easy transitioning because you have to. Not easy transitioning because you have to. Yeah. But we want to learn it. We want to get better at it. And we want to share those things. That's like something really important to me.
Life experience.
Life experience, like this whole thing of like creating something, building a business, discovering new things, how to deal with it. So I hope I will be able to share what I have in mind, what I would like to share. So
Flora said, жду вас в Ташкенте, будем путешествовать. I'm waiting in Tashkent, we will trip and travel around. We should go.
Yeah, so you will most likely see Flora, who is her sister,
If we come on time, because she might not be
in
there.
videos. No, we will manage that somehow.
Okay. All right then.
So now for real, have a very good night
Thank you so
or a
much.
good day, depending where you are. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
And
thumbs up for the video
if you're still here
if
and
you still
can,
can. Yes.
and if you watched it later, because you can replay that, also like it if you like it. And there are videos coming out every Sunday. We are kind of dreaming of doing more, but we haven't managed the logistic yet.
The timing. Yeah.
So yeah, for now, every Sunday. Next Sunday, our first day here on Gran Canaria. A very funny day, serious day,
Yes.
exciting day, and delicious day. I found such a good spot with like, you remember? I was just
Just one
in
spot.
heaven,
One spot
above the island,
on top of the mountain.
on top of the mountain, in food heaven. See you next time.
Okay. Bye. Thank you
Bye
so
bye.
much for
Thank you.
watching. Bye for now. Bye for now.
Bye for now.